Now you got to think about something else. You need to land a first good impression. You need to land the first impression. And what I mean by that is, okay, you need to build a great resume. You notice, resume wasn't the first thing I said. Do not build a generic resume. It's a disservice to yourself because you get anchored to a terrible resume. Research the industry, research the company, and then figure out the type of resume that would target that company. You might have 3 or 4 resumes to your name. That's okay. Every resume is going to have the same job title, but every description is going to be a little different. So your resume has to look great. And we could talk about resume offline all you want. Your online presence has to be great. So when I go to Facebook, by the way, 82% of Fortune 500 companies use Facebook as a reference check. Now, and a lot of people don't realize it, and you're probably sitting in the audience saying, well, I won't accept your invite. You absolutely will accept my invite. I guarantee, when we interview and we hit it off, and Josh and I were talking, and you like my company, I like you, and that next night, I friend you. You're now sitting at your desk, and you're going to say, shit. Right? You're going to say, if I friend him, he's in my world, like George Costanza. If I friend him, he's in my world. If I don't friend him, he might think I'm hiding something. 99% of the college students that I friend after an interview accept my friendship. And I'll tell you, the reason I'm friending you is I want to know your background. So I give your Facebook to Matt Shinsky, my recruiter, and I say, Matt, find what you can out about Josh. So he goes through your pictures, he goes through your stuff, he violates you, if you will, but he looks at everything about you. And the reason employers are doing that is because it shows it is a sign of character, whether you like it or not. I'm not even saying it's ethical. I'm just saying it happens. Because I want to know if you're the kind of person that takes pictures and you're doing a keg stand on every picture. Or if you're talking about politics and how you hate President Obama and you would kill President. I want to know that rage before I say, would you come work for us? So I want to know about your background. I want to know if you're crazy. I want to know if you're sane. I want to know what kind of friends you have. So your online image is as important as anything else, especially if you're going into marketing. Marketing is the heart of selling something. You have to sell yourself. If you're going into marketing, for instance, make sure you have a ton of Twitter followers. Twitter followers are going to be the next currency over the next 5 years. You're going to see that someone's worth or value, like I would pay $300,000, $400,000 for a director of marketing that had 30,000 Twitter followers. If I was in the business that needed Twitter as a platform. See what I mean? So it's eventually going to reflect on that individual. So online presence. If you have a website, make sure it's good. If you have any crazy pictures or crazy friends, take them off. And I would say we look at, now here's the deal. I look at Facebook for reference checks as a personal item, but I also look at LinkedIn if you're going into business. And as a college student or a recent grad, make sure you're leveraging LinkedIn as powerfully as you can. Build a bio about yourself. Don't call yourself a college student on LinkedIn. Say marketing graduate with an interest in technology. Sell yourself. Build a bio. Build a bio on LinkedIn that shows and tells me all about you. Again, that goes back to the online image and your online reputation. The last thing is what to wear to an interview. And we're not going to get into it today, but obviously you want to make a good first impression. And it's the little details that go a long way. It's the first, wear a suit unless they tell you not to. Now, if they tell you not to, like you're working for Google. I used to do a lot of work for Google, and I was asking the recruiters at Google, what do you look for? And I said, you want people to wear flip-flops and jeans? He said, no. I want people to be themselves, but I also want them to make a good first impression. So in that case, he recommended people wear business casual for the first interview. After you've made your first impression, coming back with the flip-flops and jeans, if they like you, is great. But to land that first impression, the first impression is made in the first 7 seconds. In 7 seconds, right now, you're making an impression about somebody that you see. It's the first impression. So make sure it's the little details. If it's raining, carry an umbrella. I know it's the stupidest thing you've ever heard, but how many guys carry umbrellas? We run. Like girls are like, I'm dry. We're like, ah, shit, like, right? Like guys are like running from class to class where girls are like, but that's the little things. If it's snowing, wear boots. Arrive 15 minutes early. Take them off and put on your dress shoes. Take a lint roller with you. Go to the bathroom one last time and check yourself over. Take a wet washcloth. Shine your shoes one last time before you get out of the car. It's these stupid little things that will differentiate you among everybody you're competing with.